Businesses do private placements all the time. It is an easy way to raise money for your business without going through the whole process of issuing publicly traded stock. But there are specific rules that you have to follow. Well, the SEC came in and told Miles Guo that he was not doing it properly. They seized all his assets. This was announced in a press release by the SEC in 2021, 2 years ago. The press release was titled, "Companies to Pay More Than $539 Million in Settlement for Distribution to Investors." So the majority of the $1 billion in fraud that is currently being alleged today is from this one situation from 2 years ago. But this is very strange. In the press release, there is no mention that there was any fraud involved. None. Here's the main statement from the release. Without admitting or denying the SEC's findings that they violated Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933, GTV and Soraka agreed to a cease and desist order to pay disgorgement of over $434 million plus prejudgment interest of approximately $16 million on a joint and several basis, and to each pay a civil penalty of $15 million. There is no allegation of fraud or deception. It sounds like there is disagreement whether Miles Guo did anything wrong in the first place. But he came to an agreement with the SEC to just give the investors their money back. This happened 2 years ago. So the situation was resolved and agreed to with the SEC 2 years ago, and now they are changing their story. Let us compare this to the press release from the SEC 2 weeks ago. The stories do not match up. Now, the SEC is claiming that the incident from 2 years ago was actually fraud. What is the fraud they are alleging? Here's what they say. We allege that Guo was a serial fraudster who raised more than $850 million by promising investors outsized returns on purported crypto, technology, and luxury good investment opportunities. So, if I understand this correctly, they are accusing him of making false statements. They are also accusing Miles of misusing investor money and failing to register the securities with the SEC. But all these allegations are based on the supposed false statements made by Miles Guo. Let us be very specific about this. What is the false statement they are accusing him of making? They are saying that he promised outsized returns. But the only reason he was unable to make those returns was because the SEC shut his business down. Who is the SEC to decide what is too great of a return on investment? Shouldn't he have been allowed to at least try to generate that return on investment? Let us be very specific here. What is the specific number that the SEC has determined is too great of a return on investment?